Alright, and indeed we are again more or less well to start with, and as it may be noticeable, we do have a new streaming light to test also, so most probably A, we have much more light, and B, it actually looks much better because the background can be now mostly dark, as we have like considerable excess of light. Even with one light it's like 10% is more than enough, so it's like from this distance in this amount of room, using two of these, it's like there won't be any more illumination issues ever, so it pretty much eliminated that part of the overall problem. So in general, especially after hopefully get new camera soonish to work with the overall setup, it should be very much improved compared to the earlier quite rudimentary illumination solution. So in that respect also there has been a major improvement immediately, even with one new light. So in that respect also very happy how it looks overall. And indeed, greetings to Camu, also the famous bat, even like especially in scouting. Of course, we are again playing the poker game, which do remember that was not quite as popular with the bat, but very happy to have you here. And of course, let's gradually get towards the game here. And yep, this is the one with the 5 or 6 jokers. So let's then move towards the game, and indeed very happy with how the image actually is now with the new streaming lights, considering like even with a single light it looks very much better as the background is dark. So at least what oneself see like major improvement. So let's switch to the game. There we go. And yeah, the small image also like is a major improvement indeed, even with this, considering with the new camera once actually get it, should be really major quality improvement in this respect. So let's then continue. We had a game ongoing. Let's see how that goes. So we had the alright. Yeah, not the best hand ever. It's like would be nice to have a jack. And we can't discard anything, so it's like it's good enough 2 pair. We can't really beat the thing with 2 pairs in the long run though, so it's like we can also simply play trash. It might be that we lose this round this turn, so if we play those and hope to draw jack, how many we have in the deck? Well, 4. At least that's one of the best bets, considering it's the only card that still has all the copies remaining in the deck. So that is kind of at least the best possible situation when one considers the odds. But yeah, we play like pure trash hands because we have hands but no discards. So alright, now we get full house, but full house isn't that good either when one considers it's like base multiplier is only 65x6, which is then we do not get much from these because full house hasn't been played. And should go, so it's like even the full house isn't that tempting with this like card selection, so it's more like play aces, because high card has been discarded sufficient number of times that is beneficial to play the ace. Yeah, and how about no? And as we are still looking for the jack foremost, let's play all of those so we get to draw more cards. We are practically still looking for the single card, and all 4 of those are in the deck. So, alright, and now we are finally making hay. So it's like, will this be enough? We hope. At least that's the best play we have. Yep, not by far. So it's time for a new run. And still doing the red deck, as we have not won one with the red deck, so let's then start a new run. So would be worth trying for straight, because we are only missing 1/8. There we go. Let's discard all of those. Alright, full house. And pretty much the most expensive full house, because it has aces and kings, so at least that's probably the best. Yep, that was quite effective. Alright, let's open the packs. The niner is kind of interesting, but it's $1 too much, so alright, that's nice enough. With the flush, let's also then do this, because we can't buy the more interesting joker that would give bonuses for 9s. Alright, let's try luck with the Wheel of Fortune. Nope. That's quite clear indication as far as Wheel of Fortune goes. How about no? Next round, please. Let's try for there isn't much that we actually do with the aces, so let's see. Nope. So let's play a pair. The overall usefulness of this approach is somewhat questionable. Play really useless hand. Finally. And then we need something sufficiently good to play for almost 100 points, and that most probably is not happening, so quick restart. In the cards, it appears. How about no? New run, thank you. That was quick. So let's then the pair gives at least some score, so let's discard those and see. Alright. Full house works. Let's see the back and all right. matter that much, so upgrade 2 pair, which is better than nothing. So let's then go further. Alright, that's at least good enough to start with. There we go. Like 2 straight, so at least that is quite good. Sufficient amount of points occurred, so that is pretty nice, as you earn always the full house has better multiplier despite one card being debuffed. Let's do that. Next, please. 7654. 7666544. Alright, very small full house. There we go, it's sufficient despite not being the biggest hand ever. Let's take another king. There we go. And next round. All right. Alright, that certainly works. Minimal straight like. Alright, possibilities for full house. Let's see, 4 of a kind or full house is better. Yeah, 4 of a kind easily. Especially as all face cards are processed twice, so it's like certainly sufficient by far. Level up straight is certainly what we will buy and use. Let's also use that. And level up straight certainly. So let's then move on. Full house, sure. That also works. Alright, probably the best I can do with these is 2 pair. That's not too shabby either, for like we still need about half more, so 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Sure, already level 3 straight, so this will be quite efficient for excess points in this respect. Two pair. Even rank bonuses. Level 1 won't be reduced at least. that will have a level reduced, but it's even 10 like the better option, especially as there are bonuses for the face cards also in terms that they are processed twice, so let's do just the packs and upgrade, because it's like not that much else can be realistically done. 4 of a kind, it's kind of useless to upgrade 4 of a kind, because 4 of a kind is so uncommon comparatively, so better to upgrade anything else really. Alright, straight, full house, straight plus high card. Quite useful to upgrade straight. So on we go. Alright, let's try the lower end. Could do 2 pair, but still trying for the kind of... No. Alright, again it's kind of like not that good option, so nope. Let's play those as a pair. And alright, at least that succeeded still. So let's see about the next. All probabilities increased. Alright. Alright, that works. Let's try for, alright, we got 4 of a kind, which is of course effective. Alright, we are missing like a bit, so Alright, that should be sufficient, like even if crawling, that should be quite far sufficient play. Yep. So practically, let's do also the other back and then there we go. Multiplier cards at least, so next round. Must play 5 cards. That is one of the least like troublesome boss blinds have found, because usually you want to play more rather than less cards. In this case, not really though. Still trying more like around. Let's do 2 pair then. Oh yeah, forgot to include the extra cards, so will be plenty trouble at this rate. Right. Yep. This will be most probably new go again unless we get really good. Not going to quite happen. That was surprisingly close. Apparently we are still live. Would the chat please note if that is the case somehow. Had some kind of issue? It looks like. So if we are still live, please make some noise in the chat, because apparently. Yep, looks like it. Good. Apparently there was some short-lived issue, so let's continue. You run. Alright, 2 pairs, let's do with that first. It looks like we are live still, so let's keep going apparently. Alright, let's get rid of these. Full house, sir. That's also sufficient. 3 of a kind, not very common either. Let's see what else is available. To prefer that, we could like push for delayed gratification every time. Alright, we have either straight or 2 pair, preferably straight. Straight gives higher multipliers quicker, so it's kind of quite easy choice in this case. Aces and 3s, so 10, 9, 8. Yep. Then again play 2 pair because it's not like we are going to get the straight together with those cards, so we can as well push it along. And like this is a straight. So So do assume this still works because I have not heard from anyone, so as do have a kind of interesting you oneself, so kind of unsure, but do assume this still works, so let's keep going. Creates random Joker card. Sure. That is kind of strong in the long run. So let's buy these rather. Alright, 2 pair for start. We are getting at least gradually more effect from these because we have been playing 2 pair more on this round, so there's a fox, so we assume it works. Thank you. Alright, we have aces, and those are not going to do anything, so let's discard them. Nope. That's not much better. So we play 2 pairs, there isn't much use in the overall arrangement. But it's still sufficient, especially with the bonus multiplier, so it's like no problem. Also works. Misprint. Let's get the misprint. It gives random bonuses anyway, so that's kind of useful to have the misprint when you compare it to the rest for sale. Let's do the two pair because that isn't going to be a straight any like same time soon. And it gives us 4 shiny new cards in any case. That was even sufficient, so level up flush. Sure. The amount of jokers least. Alright, we just need a tenor, so let's discard all of those. There we go. And everything gets upgraded by the hiker, so that's quite powerful because your deck is improving constantly, so it's kind of like overall hiker is one of the more powerful jokers as long as you have time to build up your overall deck situation. Next round. Play only one hand. 800 with only one hand. Not hopeless, but not like it will be easy. It has to be really a straight, or you could already do 2 pair, but the 2 pair getting nine, 7, 5, 4. Missing a 6. All right. That is probably best we can do with these cards for one hand. And that was pretty competitive. We got like five times the needed. So works. That certainly worked. Let's do that and upgrade the poker hands more at this junction. Alright, coming up to 1 hour, so straight, that's for sure. Pair, high card, four of a kind, flush. It's better to upgrade flush. It's like four of a kind is so rare that pretty much like upgrading that is not such a great idea in the first place. Like how about next? Let's just discard those directly, and that certainly paid off as we now have 9876. Be also useful to have a fiver. 9876, so we can throw the 4s and the 2s out. That's also the wrong suit of 7. We are now looking for 5s, and we have all the 5s in the deck, so it's at least a probabilistically good 9876, and it's also a flush. So how about excessive amount of points? Straight flush, it's rare that you even get to play the straight flush. So it's pretty much as good as it gets. Yep. Not as excessive points as some, but that certainly was easily sufficient. Alright, upgrades. Two-pair, sure. That's like at least somewhat helpful as we are playing two-pair considerably. To keep going at all, so. Seven. Not sufficiently close to generating a meaningful hand, so let's just do the two-pair, as it's clearly not really flying. That's a straight, so that was sufficient. That is pretty good also. This is kind of niche because we would have to not use this card, so let's buy that, and let's also do the spectral pack and see what we can do there. Alright, destroy all other jokers is not currently exactly what we would like to do. Converts all cards to... we pushed skip, that was great success. Now we can play only one instance of each hand type, so it's How about flush first? As we for once have like the cards to do a flush immediately, so it's like, why not? Two pairs are go. That's at least pretty easy. We immediately got two good hands, so it's kind of meaningfully competitive, at least. Yep. So that wasn't the hardest boss blind ever. Right, aces. Let's try to see what jokers we have here. Alright. Plus 50 chips if player hand contains a pair. Not really that interesting. Try still next. Let's throw those out and alright. There we go. That's a pretty strong play already in itself, so two pair next. Works. More straights. Sure. That was at least sufficient. For sure. At least the new light setup works rather well. Alright, we still have about 20 minutes to go, so let's keep going. Let's see what the back offers. Two pairs, please. Let's try. Alright, now we have more than enough aces. Alright, that went through. Every card played counts in scoring. It's more valuable than that card, so alright, base chips and multipliers are halved. That's quite nice. That's not going to be very easily. So let's throw those out, and now we have a full house, pretty much the smallest full house there is, but it's more than zero, so really always a pair. Let's do 2 pairs again then. Very hard to go to 10,000 with these ingredients though, so somehow think this game is not going to last, like really. Alright, there we go. That's at least a better chance. Alright, and then we need to, with one hand, get, without discards, get up to 10,000, so that's most probably not happening. At least we have splash, so we can add the ace and it will be scored, but it's still like very much uphill battle here, like really. Yep. Let's see how we are doing time-wise. Alright, so about quarter an hour, so let's go for a new game and see how that goes and then finish. Alright, there we go. Quick straight. Very quick. let's check the back first. All face cards become gold cards when scored. Played face cards will give +5 multiplier when scored. Money is nice, but it's nicer to get more multiplier, which is always very effective. Multiply the multiplier. Let's do also this pack and see. Have to do random planet cards. Sure. Alright, level up straight. Oh, and hugs indeed. And then we have 4 of a kind. You could also sell it for 1. It's kind of like right. There we go, quick straight. No face cards, certainly, like, unless we have every card is a face card plugin also. There we go, at least a lot of bones also, so. Right, that's kind of straight flush. Let's take that anyway. The usefulness of, like, waiting for the straight flush is almost 0. Unsurprisingly. Let's throw all the debuffed cards out. 10, 9, 8, 7, 5, 3. Right, at least that is about as big tyypeä as we can get currently, which is more than enough. Let's get the misprint and then check the Jumbo Buffoon pack to see what. we have even every needed part for the straight, so that's a quick good start. At least that round worked out well. Alright, we have about 10 minutes left, so, and indeed the new lights have worked really well, if nothing else. Not really worth replacing either, so next round please. Eight, 7, 6, 5, 4. Yep. That is certainly sufficient. Yep. Random works in this case. Upgrade 2 pair. That's of course always quite useful. Next round please. Decreases level of played poker hand. Alright. We can't do much about 7, 6, 5, 4. Not really that much better. So we need again try and make something useful out of these, like, yeah. Not the most successful, especially as we have no discards, so now it's worth playing them as 2 pairs. We have no discards remaining, so it's kind of more or less what it is. Right, that was sufficient also, so. Maybe still prefer full house because it's slightly more probable. Alright, that's not wrong either. Especially as we get bonuses, but alright. That went also a bit over the bar. Alright, about 5 minutes remain. Always appreciated, of course, there have been some viewers. Let's do the facts first. There we go, the purple seal bead, so next round. Right, let's try the 2 pair. Alright, now we have a straight also. That should be sufficient. Yep, like doubles the score, so alright. Let's start with the facts. Create random rare joker. Sets money to 0. That's kind of unfortunate, but let's set money to 0. Alright, then we got the weird first hand is deal to. Alright, let's sort them by suit and just push for the first 5. Alright, full house in the cards that we see. Taking that. Oh, thank you, Berg. Great to have you here also. We are finishing soon. Also have the new streaming lights, which is considerable improvement also. So we'll show that off a bit again once we finish time-wise like the original. Alright, pretty soon. So, and good to have you here also, Berg. Always nice to have you join. So let's then take that at least, and then this is kind of hopeless with the seance because we would need. Let's sell that and buy that rather. It's like face cards are about 10 times more common. Let's do the standard pack also, add some. Alright, you can add a tenor or a tenor. Let's add that tenor next. Alright. Let's try for flush. I'll throw out everything that is not hearts. There we go, now we have enough. Alright. Whatever happened with getting a flush? It was still surprisingly good in that respect, so why no flush? Question. Let's throw these out and try to get no jack. How about full house then? Nope. Alright, now it's very full. We had the bonus for tenors, so let's use those because then we get bonus from the walkie-talkie for 10 or 4, so that works well enough because we also increase multiplier so much, so alright, we do not need that much anymore. And we have 2 hands, so it's like how about just pair of queens? Right, talk about. Oh, thank you for the gift, Zapberg. That's really nice of you. Let's then cash that out, and do think we are pretty much up to time wise also, so let's switch to main screen here as we are. Yes, and now we can show off because we have improved illumination, so things also look much better. So as we are mostly visible ourselves. Oh, and indeed, so we can show off a bit because it's much better visible as the background is out, and also most importantly, which is of course a good bonus, boss should be even more visible with the new light, and as we see, that's very much the case. It's like about 10 times better, like really worth getting new light for. And knowing some in the chat do think they are very prone to agree, so at least the new light has been very much a success, and we get also new camera soon, so there should be even better quality. So that was probably one of the better parts tonight, in addition to playing the poker game. So thank you all for joining, and we actually got so many viewers that it's worth seeing who we will raid. So it was like for a long time apparently either due to technical problems and or it looked like only Ragabas was watching, so let's see who we will raid. Always appreciate the support also, so right, it's been a while. Art of Jot is actually doing art, so it's been a while since he has done pretty much anything stream wise, so let's raid them. They have like one viewer and they are doing some nice art apparently, so let's raid them. Certainly deserves that. But yes, certainly the improved illumination is a major improvement. And here we go. Later this week we of course are going to continue. Probably tomorrow will be off, but otherwise towards rest of the end or rest of the week after tomorrow we will be doing probably proper schedule. So let's publish that on the news channel and see you all. So very much thank you for joining, and we should have soon more illumination and better camera also, so at least the picture is improving a lot, if nothing else.